How to spot a dismissive avoidant. Know the signs. Are you getting really frustrated and tired of attracting attachment styles that don't really work with your unique relationship style and your attachment style and your communication style? Well, then this video is for you, because we're going to get into the signs of a dismissive avoidant in just a moment. Hi, I'm Katya Morozova. I'm a personal and relationship coach for people who are ready to attract healthy love into their life, who are ready to recover and heal their attachment wounds, become secure in their relationships, in life and romance, and finally create fulfilling and lasting connections. If that sounds good to you, then definitely stick around and subscribe to my channel. A while back, I made a video titled Why You Attract Avoidant Attachment Style Partners. I'm gonna link to that video at the end of this one. In that video, I talked about making a follow-up video that talks about knowing the signs of an avoidant attachment style. And so this is what we're going to be talking about today, and I'm very excited about that. If you have been hurt in previous relationships, or if you've dated attachment styles that really don't work with your own, or you're working through your own insecure attachment style and some attachment styles really trigger you in a bad way and make it really hard for you to relate, and then you go through this relationship cycle and this breakup cycle, and it just causes a lot of stress in your life, and you really just want to, attract an attachment style that works a lot better with yours. Or you want to know why historically you attract dismissive avoidant attachment styles, or how you miss the signs, then this video is definitely for you. Again, I don't have any kind of judgment on the dismissive avoidant attachment style. I'm pretty neutral about it. As I've talked about in previous videos, I relate to the fearful avoidant attachment style, so I have some of my own avoidant tendencies that I've had to work through, and I have a lot of compassion for people with this attachment style who use avoidance as a coping strategy, just like moving towards a relationship is a coping strategy. So again, I'm completely neutral about this attachment style. So really this video is here to inform you so that you can make decisions in your life that are best for you, that really support your emotional and mental well-being, and allow you to create relationships that are lasting, that help you grow, and that help you, self-actualize. So let's get into the signs. Sign number one is this person is a workaholic. And first of all, let me give this caveat that any attachment style could be wired more towards really enjoying work and really getting into work. But for a dismissive avoidant, their workaholic nature developed when they were probably really young. As I've mentioned in other videos, dismissive avoidants can be especially performative, especially if they were praised for performance, for performing when they were young by their parents, but maybe then kind of neglected to be acknowledged for other things that they were good at, including just existing. So then they become kind of really skewed towards performance, and performing becomes a part of their identity. And often when they're not performing, they can feel, kind of empty or hollow, or can feel like they don't have a lot of purpose. As well, this attachment style will more likely use work as an escape from having intimate relationships. They'll bury themselves in work to avoid maybe relationship conflict, or if they really struggle in their romantic life, then, and if every time they put attention into their romantic life, it's kind of wrought with, maybe broken relationships or quote unquote failures, then they will say, "Oh, this is too painful. This is an area that I can't really figure out. So I'm just gonna swing over here because my work life is something that I really have control over." Sign number two, typically dismissive avoidants are the attachment style that's maybe least connected to their emotions. They're kind of the most cut off from their emotions. So that means that if they struggle with their own emotions, then they're probably going to struggle with yours as well. So some early signs of that could be, you're sharing something that you're kind of really, really excited about, or maybe you're getting kind of like really sad about something and expressing a story that just kind of fills you with sad emotions. They might kind of tune out from that. They might tune out from either extreme. They may change the subject, or they may avoid the topic, or you may kind of notice that they just shut down and kind of go away a little bit. And this can be kind of overt, or this can be a little bit more covert. This is a chronic pattern that you're looking for. You may feel kind of misunderstood or not really heard by them, or not really feel like, you may feel connected to them, let's say like intellectually, or you may be connected to them around, goals or shared hobbies, but the emotional connection will feel like you're kind of wanting or craving more. Sign number 3 is you notice that this person really opens up in the bedroom. They're more open, they're more exploratory, they're more connected, they're more vocal. If you're dating someone and they're kind of feel a little bit cool and distant a lot of the time, but then when you're in the bedroom with them, they just really shine and they open up and they light up, and they feel, and in those moments you feel kind of really connected to them, then there's a good possibility that this person could be a dismissive avoidant. Doesn't have a strong connection to their emotions on a day-to-day basis, can often feel like they can most let go in the bedroom and allowed to express themselves in a different way. Sign number 4, rarely ask for help. If they were really young and they had to kind of grow up really fast, this is where that kind of hyper independence comes from, is if they just kind of realized when they were children, like, okay, in order to survive in this household, in order to survive with these caregivers, I have to get things done myself, because no one else is going to do this for me. No one else is going to help me with this. That means that in their adult life, they will rarely ask for help. They will rarely rely on people and think that other people, they'll often have these kinds of things that like other people can't do the job as well as they can, or belief systems around like people can't really show up for me, or they won't show up for me, and they'll often manifest that into their lives as well. And so something that you can even do is you can even ask to contribute in one way or another to a dismissive avoidant and just see what happens. Sign number 5, they will feel more like a locked box when talking about their childhood, their parents, or previous relationships. If you ask a dismissive avoidant about their childhood, they may likely say something like, oh, it was good. It was excellent. Oh, my parents really loved me, or my parents did the best that they could. But there won't be a lot of like descriptors around like, well, why was it good? Or what was so great about it? Or what did you really love about your parents? What did they teach you? Whereas a secure attachment style may actually, draw up the particular memory or a particular point in their childhood, and will be really descriptive about the ways that their parents or their caretakers showed up for them. And a dismissive avoidant will simply not have access to that. And often when a dismissive avoidant goes through let's say therapy, part of their journey is discovering how tough it was for them in their upbringing, how much pressure they felt that their parents put on them to perform, to show up for the family, to work. A lot of the tips that I've given up until this point can be kind of really nuanced. There are times when someone may not want to talk about their childhood or open up about that. There may be periods of life where someone, really is dedicated to building their career, and they're not that interested in a relationship. And multiple attachment styles can embody this about, in a stage of their life. And so I think that this sign is actually the most accurate way to assess if you are dating or starting a relationship with a dismissive avoidant, because ultimately the only way that you can really figure out if someone is a good fit for you is actually by connecting to your experience of that person. This is something that anxious preoccupieds especially struggle with. Also fearful avoidants struggle with this, is how does this person make you feel, and how can you be guided in your relationships by your own experience instead of kind of looking to assess what this person is doing over there. You will feel in this connection, in the early stages of this connection, enamored by this person. You may really be enamored by their accomplishments. You may be incredibly turned on, like overly turned on by their directness, for instance. Ability to be so put together, either like really well dressed or kind of well poised. You may even start to make assumptions that this person is just going to be so solid or somehow your rock, especially if you're still moving through that insecure attachment style and moving towards earn secure, that this type of attachment style will just really get you excited early on. And this is one of the best ways to spot a dismissive avoidant or an attachment style that just may be not the best fit for you. And I say this because secure relationships often kind of grow slowly. Maybe, yes, you have this kind of burst of excitement, but then it kind of tapers off and, things are pretty even keeled. There's not this kind of constant, flooding of excitement and limerence, maybe we can call it. Typically, if you're feeling anxious, or if you're feeling overly excited, or if you're already worried about the status of the connection really early on, then this is a really good sign that this person is probably a dismissive avoidant or an avoidant partner. Now, I would like to hear it from you. Which one of these signs resonated with you the most? Definitely let me know in the comments below. The most surefire way to actually attract a healthy partner is to become earn secure. It takes time to figure out if someone is a good person, if they're gonna be a good fit, and if they're going to be a good long-term partner. So I often find that people approach the dating process a little bit backwards, which is why it's so important to work on your attachment style, because when you can slow down, when you can have patience with yourself, when you can have patience with other people, when you can be kind of really clear about what you want, what you don't want, when you kind of can put that strong attachment on hold in the early stages of dating, so you're not just so caught up in the relationship, you're just gonna attract healthier people, you're gonna communicate your needs better, you're going to set boundaries and actually stick to them, and have your partners really respect you. And that's how you attract a really healthy relationship. And this is something that I help my clients with in my coaching programs. And so one thing that I really wanted to talk about at the end of this video is that my 3-month coaching container, Recover, Restore, and Reconnect, isn't just for people who are in the thick of a breakup. It is for those people, and it's also for people transitioning back into their dating life, or they want to develop a secure attachment style. What I've noticed, especially this last year, as I've worked with so many people, is that a lot of people come into my program completely heartbroken, and by the time they leave 3 months later, they're often dating someone new. Someone new has come into their life, which is often really unexpected for them. So that's how much progress they make in the Recover, Restore, Reconnect program. And again, whether that means you want to date someone new or you want to reconnect with your ex, then this program could be a really good fit for you. But the focus of it, the underlying foundation, is that as you recover from your breakup, you're really creating these building blocks towards becoming earn secure. One of the best ways to shift your attachment style is working on yourself during a breakup, because a lot of times when you're in the thick of a breakup, you are touching into some of those attachment wounds that when healed properly and really healed the right way, can really set you up for success in a future relationship. So if that sounds good to you, then definitely apply for my program. I'm going to drop that in the description below. Okay, so before you go, I have one small request of you, and I think it would be really helpful for the people who subscribe to this channel, and if you've been getting benefit from this channel, then I think it could help you. I want to create a digital program for my subscribers, and I would love to know, what is it that you want to learn about? What program should I create? So also in the description is going to be a survey with some topics. So if you could fill that out for me, it would probably take you less than 2 minutes to do so, and let me know what you want to learn about in a digital program that will likely be, you know, under $100. I'm not really sure what I would price it yet. But yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, if that's something that you think that you'd like to invest in, given that what I cover in that program is something that you want support with, then please, please, please definitely fill out that survey. It's going to be also in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Again, if you like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. And if you like this content and you want to get more content like this, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And finally, I promised you that I would link that video, Why You Attract Avoidant Attachment Style Partners. So that's going to be right up here. So definitely check that out next, and stick around, and I will see you on the next video.